I am going to start out by saying this is my most favorite assembly that I do all year because it's a time that we get together to recognize some special people. And I'm going to start off by saying good afternoon, boys and girls. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen that are sitting behind me. At this time, I want to extend a warm welcome to all of our student members, to the staff members that are here present today, to all of our parents and special friends, and we also have with us today some very special guests who all have full-time jobs, and they took time out of their jobs, out of their very, very busy schedules, just to spend time with us today. And I do want to start out by starting out to my right. This is Mr. Tim Civic. And as you can see, he's very well loved. But anyway, Mr. Tim Civic is a teacher at Southview High School. He's been with the school district for 13 years. 7 of those years, he's been the head band instructor at Southview High School. So let's give him a warm welcome. Okay, back on track. As a child, I always wanted to take drum lessons. I had to take trumpet, and now I know why. Okay. Next to Mr. Civic, we have Officer Emilio Morell. You've seen him walking through our school, and we'd be lost without him. He's come here, Johnny on the spot anytime we've needed him, and he's a great asset to the Lorain City Police Department. Give him a hand. Next is Mrs. Kruger, our building manager. All right. Okay, next is Mr. Larry Emilio, and Mr. Emilio started out, boys and girls, as a student in Lorain City Schools, went on to become a teacher, went on to become an assistant principal, went on to become a principal, then a supervisor, then a director, and Lorain City Schools would be lost, especially the elementary division, without Mr. Larry Emilio. Next to Mr. Emilio, we have a new Board of Education member. This is Mrs. Cynthia Miller. In fact, Mrs. Cynthia Miller just shared with me that she moved all the way from Parma just to live in our fine city of Lorain. And she has 2 students attending one of our elementary schools. Let's give her a hand. Next to Mr. Miller, Mrs. Miller is Mayor Craig Bolton. Okay, him. All right, Mayor Bolton. This is Mayor Bolton's 2nd term as mayor of the city of Lorain, and he also attended elementary, junior, and high school here with Lorain, and he did such a fine job attending Lorain City Schools, he became mayor of this fine city. Next. All right, and last is Mrs. I'm waiting, boys and girls. Last is Mrs. Jeannie Donaldson. Mrs. Jeannie Donaldson has 2 children that attended Lorain City Schools. One of them now is a junior at Admiral King High School. Another one is attending Miami University. Mrs. Jeannie Donaldson has volunteered her time to serve 7 years with the Lorain Board of Education, 1 time as president, and she is currently vice president of the Lorain City School Board of Education. All right, ready? Shh. All right, boys and girls, why did we go through all of this work? Why did we invite all these special guests, moms and dads? Why do we have our 4th and 6th grade students sitting to my left? And the reason is, next week, boys and girls, our 4th and 6th grade students are going to be taking one of the most important tests they will have ever taken in their educational career. They are going to be taking the Ohio Proficiency Test. Not only will Lorain City Schools be taking this test, but every single boy and girl in the state of Ohio, that's approximately 600 school districts, every 4th and 6th grade student will be taking the same test. And boys and girls, listen very carefully. We know, Roger, we know all of you have worked very, very hard getting yourselves ready for this test with the assistance of your teachers, with the assistance of some support staff. We know you are ready. We are confident in your abilities. We know that you are going to succeed on that proficiency test. And I know you're all prepared, and I'm asking you 3 things to do in the next 2 weeks. I want you to come to school prepared, and that means you go to bed on time, you eat a good breakfast, you can have another breakfast here in school, and I want you to come on time every single day. And if you do that, Mrs. Kruger is going to share a challenge with you. All right? So at this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce, next on our agenda, Mayor Greg Bolton.
It's good to be back in my old school. And I would be remiss if I didn't give a special hello to my 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. Delmonico. Not only did I go to school here, but my father also taught here. But I came here today so you would realize the importance, especially you 4th and 6th graders, of what lies before you coming up. Proficiency tests and taking these type of tests will impact you and affect you for the rest of your lives. You will be judged upon these tests for going on further in school, to get into college, and to making yourself a successful career person. You know that not only are you representing yourselves, but you're representing your schools and the whole city. These proficiency test scores are how the city of Lorain and its school system is judged as far as how good or bad of a school system it is. So I know it's a lot of pressure on you, but I really want to commend you for how hard you've been working, for all the enthusiasm that you've shown, and all the hard work that it takes to do these tests. And I know you have a big week ahead of you, and I want to make sure and wish you all luck. Continue to study hard, and everybody, all you younger grades, get ready too. Listen to your teachers, do your homework, study hard, and not only follow those principles, but be respectful to your parents, your family, your country, and be very mindful of all your manners and learn those lessons both inside and outside of the schoolroom. So good luck, and I'd like to now introduce Officer Morell, who has a few special words also.
Good afternoon. First of all, I want to say it's been a pleasure working with Ms. Siggety and her staff, hand in hand, first class all the way, and I've observed the little that I've seen, her staff, how hard they work to teach all of you. They give all their time and energy just to make it all better for all of you. I just want to say that as a police officer, we want you to know that we're there for you, good times and bad times. We don't want you to be afraid. I don't want to hear these statements that I hear from parents all the time. If you're bad, I'm going to take you to that Mr. Policeman. That doesn't go, okay? We're your friends, and we want you to understand that. Further, in life and in school, you should all have the 3 Ds. Desire, dedication, and determination. If you have that in life, within yourself, you will succeed in anything you do. Believe me. It's all out there for you. You just gotta want it. So next week, come test time, show them how good we are. Show them what Lorain City School is all about. And good luck. And now I'd like to present Ms. Kruger.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon and welcome.
Fourth and sixth grade students, this afternoon you've heard from Mrs. Zegedy, your principal, and you know that the school is behind you. You've met some Board of Education members, Mrs. Donaldson and Mrs. Miller, and you know the Board of Education is behind you. You've just heard a few words from Mayor Fulton and also from Officer Morales, and you know that your community is behind you. I'm sure you all know that your teachers are behind you and your parents as well. This afternoon, I'm excited to tell you that there are a number of area businesses that are behind you. And they have donated several really great incentives to show you that they support you. So at this time, I'd like to start talking to you about that challenge that Mrs. Zegedy mentioned. If you come to school every day and are on time in your seat, when that 8:15 bell rings, ready to go, and you are not tardy, and if you put forth your very best effort and have a really good attitude during this test, you will have a chance to win some of these fabulous things. First of all, from Pizza Hut, they have donated 150 certificates that are good for a personal pan pizza. If you meet this challenge, you will receive one of these coupons, and your name will be placed into a drawing. If your name is drawn from those names that are entered, 8 students have a chance to win $5 gift certificates from Wendy's. We have 8 $5 gift certificates from Wendy's. What's that, students? 8 times 5 is 40. $40 worth, okay? From Burger King, 5 students, if your name is drawn, have a chance to win $10 in Burger Bucks, okay? Burger Bucks from Burger King. But there's more now, wait. Regal Cinema has donated movie passes, and each envelope contains 2 free movie passes, okay? 2 lucky students' names will be drawn to win these passes, a $12 value. But I'm not done yet. Okay, Dick's Sporting Goods in Elyria has donated a $20 gift certificate to use on anything you want in their store, $20. One lucky person will win a $20 gift certificate. Okay, now I'd like to introduce 2 very special guests who really want you to know that they want you to do the best on the test. From Good Times, the Center of Family Fun located in Avon, Ohio, Brownie and Blondie. All right, now this is the big one. Brownie and Blondie, 4th and 6th grade students, listen. If you meet this challenge and get your name entered into the drawing, Good Times has donated Good Any Day passes. 8 students will win 2 of these passes, Good Anytime, Any Day at Good Times, a $36 value. Okay. I'd also like to mention that Good Times today, not done yet, guys. Good Times today, they're really very generous. They have brought along some t-shirts, some water bottles, and some of these cute little Brownie and Blondie bears. Okay, and your teachers later will have a proficiency question for you, and if you can answer that question right, you may win one of these prizes. Okay, thank you. I have more. Today, I'd like to introduce from Hometown Buffet, the HTB. Hometown Buffet wants you to know that they're behind you 100% too, and one lucky person, if your name is in that drawing, one lucky person has a chance to win this Game Boy. Okay. There's more. Shh. Excuse me. All right. Hometown Buffet is also supporting us. Boys and girls, please. 4th and 6th grade students. If you pass all 5 parts of the proficiency test, Hometown Buffet will donate to you a certificate good for a free meal at their restaurant as well. Okay, thank you. I also want to say that if you do pass all 5 of parts of the proficiency test, 4th and 6th graders, in the spring, after we have received the results, a special plaque will be made with your name on it, and you will be awarded this at the end of the school year. But I'm not done yet. There's more. And here we have a bicycle. Okay, this bicycle thumbs up, boys and girls, mouths closed. Thank you. This bicycle was donated to Longfellow School by Joyce Buick Pontiac. A huge price reduction was given to Joyce by Dale's Bike Shop, which is where the bike was purchased. Dale has indicated that he would consider, if you win this bike, he would consider an upgrade or if you wish to switch models. But both Dale's Bike Shop and Joyce Buick Pontiac really, really are behind you 100%. Wish you the best of luck on the test. Okay, so one very lucky student, if you are here every day in your seat, ready to start at 8:15, and in your teacher's opinion have put forth your best effort and have a really good attitude, you will ride home with this bike at the end of proficiency test. Okay. So, we have coupons from Wendy's, we have coupons from Burger King, and we have coupons from Hometown Buffet. We have gift certificates from Dick's Sporting Goods. We have movie passes from Regal Cinema, and we have do-it-all passes and t-shirts and little bears from Good Times. We have a Game Boy from Hometown Buffet and a bicycle from Joyce Buick Pontiac. They all are behind you 100% and hope that you will do the best on the Ohio Proficiency Test. But there's still more. Okay. Every student who takes the test next week will get 2 number 2 pencils to take the test and our peppermint power candies. Okay? So, do we wish you good luck on the proficiency test? Yes, I think we do, and we know you can do it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kruger. Thank you for being such a great audience, too, and coming to attention so quickly when it's time to listen. You're doing a very good job. I'd like to bring you greetings of a successful week next week from the superintendent of Lorain City Schools, Dr. Dee Morgan. She was not able to be here, and she certainly sends her best wishes to you, because just like everyone else you've heard from today, Dr. Morgan and everyone at the central office in Lorain City Schools is behind you and wishes you the very best. You know, it's true that every student in 4th and 6th grade in the state of Ohio will be taking this test for the next 2 weeks. But I also know one thing. I don't think anywhere in the state of Ohio is there a celebration like this going on to support the 4th and 6th graders that will be taking that test. This is a wonderful celebration, and your school teachers and principal and Ms. Kruger and everyone here needs to give themselves a big hand for such a support. Let's give them a big thank you right now. You know, you should be very proud of yourself, and we are very proud of you. The students, you have done a lot of work this year, coming to school all the time, regularly being here, and working your hardest. What wonderful students there are here at Longfellow. Wonderful teachers. And don't forget, we're not just talking about 4th and 6th grade teachers who have been working hard. We're talking about all the teachers here that are working hard in kindergarten over at Emerson and all the way here 1st through 6th grade at Longfellow. Give those teachers a big hand right now. And of course, this couldn't happen without the work of Mrs. Zegedy and Ms. Kruger either. You should give them a big hand too. You know, I know one thing, and so do your teachers. Thank you. I know one thing, and so do your teachers. The most important thing you do every day that helps you in every subject is to read. And I was looking for a good book to at least tell you about that had something to do with proficiency tests. I know there's not time to read it right now, but I want you to think about this, and I want you to ask your teachers to read it to you when they have a chance next week. It's a Dr. Seuss book. It's called Hooray for Diff'n'Doofer Day. And it has a lot to do with having to take a test and being a little bit frightened about that test, but then realizing that you will do absolutely fantastic, because this book says that the teachers in this school taught their students one very important thing. 4th and 6th graders, your teachers have taught you how to think. And that's what you will show them next week and the week after that you are good thinkers. So when you think about Dr. Seuss, ask your teachers to read you this book next week, and you'll know what I mean. This is all about taking a test, doing good on a test. So I'm not going to take time right now, but I hope that's a little bit of a teaser, and I hope your teachers share this with you next week. This is good for all grade levels, kindergarten through grade 6. At this time, we have some very special awards that I'm fortunate enough to help with. We're going to talk about the presentation of the OPT 4th grade reading pins. And there are some very lucky 4th graders right here who have worked hard and got one of the tests over with already. They passed the reading test in October, and that is great because next week they won't have to worry about the reading test. We'd like to recognize these people right now. In Mr. Sherwood's class, Cody Dull. Please come on up when your name is called. I think it'd be a good idea if we waited and clapped for everyone at the very end. Next, Tanner Redmond. Holly Robinson, Caitlin Stevens, and Brianna Williams. From Miss Akvan's class, Nicole Bruce. From Miss Truscott's class, Alexis Bruce. From Miss Gower's class, Andrew Black, Ethan Frederick, Megan Giglio, Eric Carez, Jessica Shoup, and Kiera Wallace. Congratulations to these fourth graders who already passed the reading test. Let's give them a big hand. These students received a special award pin and also some free money bucks at the snack bar here at the Longfellow Cafeteria and Bistro.
Oh, yeah.
Also, we have a very special award. We have a student who took the fourth grade test last year and passed 4 out of the 5 areas. And teachers thought when that grade came back that we knew that this student actually passed all 5 areas. We sent his test back to the state and said, take another look at this test, because we knew this student passed, and the state graded it again and agreed with us. So this person passed all 5 tests last year and deserves an award that all the other students that did that last year already got. John Gerber, please come on up here. John, congratulations. Great job. Finally, I get the distinct pleasure here of, thank you. Finally, I get the pleasure of ending my presentation by announcing some very, very important people that need to be congratulated and honored. These are the teachers in 4th and 6th grade who have been working so hard at preparing their students for the test. Let's start with 6th grade teachers. Miss Owen, come on up. Congratulations. Mrs. Strick, please come on up. Unfortunately, she's absent today. I know she'll be here on Monday. Mrs. Root, please come up. Congratulations. And Mrs. Bristow, please come up. Now looking into our 4th grade teachers, Miss Akvan, please come up. Mr. Sherwood, come on up. Ms. Truscott, please come on up. And Mrs. Gower, please come on up. Also, 3 people who have been instrumental in helping out these teachers all year long. I'd like to ask Mr. Engel to come up. Mr. Engel, where's Mr. Engel hiding? And Miss Yeoman. And Mrs. Kordelski, is she in here? Thanks, Jimmy. Thank you. These, along with all the other teachers in this school, have been working tremendously hard this year to help all of you succeed. Let's give them one last big round of applause. And I understand, Ms. Gower, you get to make the next introduction. You do. Ms. Owen. Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Right now, I'd like to speak to the sixth graders. I have a few things that I need to tell you first about the test. These are tips for taking the test. Take your time. This is not a race. First one done is not the winner. Read slowly. If you read too quickly, you may miss an important word or an important phrase. Reverse what you do normally. Read the questions and choice of answers first to help you focus on important facts. Write in your test booklet. Underline, circle, and check important words, phrases, and any important words and phrases to help you choose your answer. Ask yourself these questions when choosing an answer. Does my answer make sense? Is it what I know to be true based on my knowledge? At this time, I would like to introduce my students in room 3. If you would please stand when I call your name. Justin Anthony, Chanel Charlton, Rayon Cooper, Jennifer Evans, Paul Goggin, Megan Gilbert, Diana Hammond, Katie Jeffers, Allison Kensick, Ashley Moore, Brianna Pierda, Jericho Rich, Brandy Ringler, Robert Santiago, Andrew Sees, Jessica Schenker, Brittany Slagle, Yannick Saban, Elena Vasquez, Rick Wasilewski, and Kenyatta Woodall. And now I would like to bring up Mrs. Root to help me introduce Mrs. Trick's class. Room 3, you may be seated. Oh.
Okay, for Sunday evening, boys and girls, that's March 3rd. We want you to make sure you go to bed early. You'll do your best if you're rested for each day. Find a good chapter book to read when you're finished testing. So make sure over the weekend you pick out a good book, and make sure you have 2 pencils sharpened that have good erasers on them.
And now we'd like to introduce the students of room 2. Cyprian Alvarado, Travis Azzarella, Demetrius Brown, Susan Bruce, Jasmine Cochran, Terry Cumberledge, Kirsten Edmond, David Fortier, Tim Haddock, Carrie Jones, Kimiko Knapp, Dan Kosak, Aisha Kuzma, Joseph Menaki, Brittany McCroskey, Tiffany Ortiz Lopez, Judy Schoolcraft, Ashley St. Clair, Kendra Woodall. These are the students of room 2. And now I'll turn things over to Mrs. Root.
Monday morning is the big day, March 4th. We're going to start with the writing proficiency. On the 4th, make sure you eat a healthy breakfast. Your brain needs nutritious fuel. On the writing test, there will be a checklist that goes along with it. It shows what your writing must have to get your best score. It is very important to keep flipping back and rereading the list. Write or print very neatly. The pre-writing activity is very important. Choose the ideas that you know the most about. Make your beginning so interesting that it will grab your audience's attention. Remember to use words that will help your audience feel, taste, hear, and see in their mind's eye what you are writing about. And now I'm going to introduce the students of room 1. Please stand up when I call your name. Camila Adorno, Carlos Arroyo, Susan Botts, Kiana Bailey, Stephanie Ballmer, Corey Bennington, Justin Bruce, Bethany Busey, Renee Butcher, Felicia Culp, Rochelle D. Martinez, Lori Fern, David Garrett, Roger Jones, Ayla Kirk, Deshaun Lawson, Mason Mays, Edwin Medina, Stephanie Meyer, Nicole Simpson, and Crystal Sperino. Let's give them a round of applause for Los Comandos. Have a seat, room 1. Next is Mrs. Brister.
Wednesday, you'll be taking your reading proficiency. So before you begin, reread each reading test question. Go back to the story or poem and find proof for each answer. Make sure that you read the head notes, the word banks, and all the directions. For the essay question, use the actual words from the story or poem in your answers. And now I'd like to introduce my hardworking 6th grade class, beginning with Eliana Arredondo, Maria Ferrer, Cameron Pasto, Jason Johns, Katie Stipe, Anna Banshee, Brianna Johnson, and Deidre Whitfield. Next, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Akavon, the 4th grade teacher.
Well, classes, you've made it. It's now Friday morning, March 8th. You are getting ready for the math proficiency test. Please read, then reread each math question. Make a mental picture to help you see exactly what each question means. Examine your answer and ask yourself, is this possible? When you draw pictures to show your answers, remember, label them. Label each part, then explain in words what those pictures mean. That's it, and now I'll introduce the class. My first student is Nicole Baker. Nicole, please stand, thank you. Brittany Ballmer. Nicholas Bruce. Joshua Delahite. Sammy David Jr. Cody Edwards. Alicia Fair. Leah Holcomb. Jarrett Hayes. Brianna Hazelet. Chad Hilton. Deontay Joshua. Michelle King. Aaron Lund. Nicholas Montanero. Nicholas Palacios. Ashley Reed. Rebecca Risden. Nicole Rush, she's absent today. Demetrius Thompson Jr. is absent today. Edgar Velasquez. Harold Jackson Jr. And that is Mrs. Akavon, room 6, grade 4. Thank you. Mr. Scott Sherwood.
It's now Monday, but I want to borrow a simile from one of my students. Make sure that you sleep like a bear hibernating in wintertime so that you're plenty rested for the test on Monday. Take a deep breath. It's almost halfway over. Read each question carefully. Circle, underline, cross out. Do all the strategies that I know that your teachers have been teaching you. You score your points on the writing part of each test. So make sure you use your formulas that you've been taught. Use part of the words in each question to help you come up with a topic sentence. Okay? Important things to think about when you take the test. I would like to introduce my class right now. Please stand and hold the applause till the end. Caitlin Stevens, Holly Robinson, Kayla Hall, Naomi Knapp, Amanda Lennox, Devin Williams, Vincent Wells, Dantia Joshua, Michael Ortiz, Sarah Medina, Tanner Redmond, Brianna Williams, Matthew Sprague, Alexis Thompson, Cody Doe, Brittany Francis, Eric Mundo, and Alexis Woodrow. Okay, I know they've all worked. I'm very proud of you. I know you worked very hard, and I'm sure we're going to be successful on the test. So, good luck. Okay, next, Mrs. Trescott, or Bill Nye's right-hand man, is going to tell us what we need to do to pass this proficiency test on science. Mrs. Trescott.
Okay, on Wednesday morning, March 13th, it's the last and final proficiency test. It's all downhill from here, but don't rush. Read each situation several times. Notice every detail and every picture. Think about the situation. Do it in your head. What would really happen? Pick the most reasonable answer. Then, plan a reward for yourself for that weekend, because you all deserve it. You worked really hard. I'd like to announce my class right now. Carissa Bailey, Alexis Bruce, Eric Edrick, Amanda Bennington, Delisa Fuller, Drew Grisby, Lee Hammond, Aaron Holcomb, Katie Johnson, Alla Alston, Alex Palacios, Sonny Pimentel, DJ Rivera, Erica Rogers, Daniel Sanchez, Russell C., Mariah Singh, Alex Beach, Kelly Jones, Cameron York, and Sierra Kidder. That's my pleasure. I'd like to introduce Mrs. Galloway.
I'd like to introduce my class. Fourth grade. Jennifer Medina, please stand. Annie Norris, Jessica Schaup, Megan Gillio, Timothy Webb, Andrew Black, Ethan Frederick, Michael Flores, and Eric Perez. Good luck to all of you. This is my class. I'm very pleased to introduce Mrs. Jeannie Donaldson, the Vice President of our Board of Education.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? First of all, I want to tell each one of you students that when you grow up, you should be in the Southview Saints Marching Band because you're the best band. Watching the program, it reminded me of a story, and I think I'm going to tell it to you. It won't take too long, so you'll be able to get back to your roots. But the story is about the mud Mudville Bulldogs and the Sunnyside Rockets. They're two basketball teams. And these two basketball teams are going to play in a basketball game 2 weeks from now, Saturday morning. Well, they played before 2 weeks Saturday morning. And these teams, the one team, the Mudville Bulldogs, they never lost a game. And so when it was time for the Sunnyside Rockets to play them, nobody wanted to play them. The Sunnyside Rockets said, we can't beat the Bulldogs because the Bulldogs, every player was taller than Mason Mace. Stand up, Mason. Every player was bigger than him. Everybody on the Bulldogs team, they had the new Michael Jordan shoes. Every player on the Bulldog team, they had a basketball hoop in their backyard. Some of them even had a basketball court in their backyard. And so the Sunnyvale Rockets said, there's no way we can beat these guys. Well, it's the day before the big game. The big game is going to be at 9:30 in the morning at the YMCA. And so the Mudville Bulldogs decided, well, we know we're going to win the game, so we're going to go out. So some of the Mudville players went to play cosmic bowling. You know, you go bowling at midnight and the pins light up. Well, they stayed up all night and they bowled. And some of the players decided that they were going to go to the movies, and they went to the 11 o'clock show, and the 11 o'clock show didn't get out till 1 o'clock in the morning. So by the time they got home, they were tired and sleepy and just not ready to play basketball the next morning. But the Sunnyside Rocket team, they were still not sure if they could beat them. And so they were thinking about not even showing up for the game. They called each other up and said, are you going to the game in the morning? And one player said, I don't know, we're going to lose. And the other player said, yeah, we might lose, but we'll lose for sure if we don't show up. And so early Saturday morning, about a half hour before the game starts, there's the Sunnyside Rockets out there practicing on the gym. They decided to come, and the time comes, it's 9:30, and there's no Mudville Rockets. And all of a sudden, the Sunnyside basketball team is wondering what happened to those Bulldogs. And so the Bulldogs never did show up, and guess what? The Sunnyside Rockets won because they showed up. So if you don't remember anything else that I'm going to tell you today, I'm just going to say, show up next week. Because I know if you show up, you'll win, right? You'll win the proficiency game. Because your teachers have already prepared you. You already know what to do. You've already studied as much as you can. Your teachers have taught you to think. And so if you just show up, you're going to win. You're going to win for Longfellow Elementary School. You're going to win for Lorain City Schools. You're going to win for the city of Lorain. And I just want to come back that day and be proud and pass out your awards when you win. So thank you and congratulations and good luck. Show up.
And this goes especially to our 4th and 6th grade students. And I want everybody in the 4th and 6th grade, eyes on me. All 4th and 6th grade students, sit up nice and tall, feet on the floor, eyes on me. Okay, serious look on your face. Boys and girls, this is the last time I'm going to talk to you. It's the last time your teachers are going to talk to you. You've got to come in here on Monday, on time, every day, prepared, and you must take this test seriously. You must answer every question. Your teachers are going to be watching you, how you do on that test, and the only way your name is going to be submitted for one of these drawings is you've got to be in school, on time, and your teachers are going to be looking at you through that entire test to make sure that you use your time wisely, you use all of your time, you use that entire 2.5 hours to take that test. Recheck, go back and recheck, go back and recheck. And I know Longfellow students are going to do their best. Good luck and best wishes to all of you. Thank you. They could start going.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.